just like, bro, you gotta be kidding me. That there's somebody basically already in our room. My hair all over the place because I'm asleep. I'm like, get myself together. I was like, well,
nails check, hair check, face pretty wet.
What's up, you guys? It's your girl TatyK, and I'm back with another video. If you haven't already, go ahead, like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that post notification bell down below so you're notified whenever I post. Follow me on all my socials, right? And as you can see from the title down below, you already know what the story time is about. And I'm ready to get into the nitty-gritties of it all because I posted on my TikTok, but this is why you guys should follow me on my other socials. I said on TikTok and I believe Instagram that I would be telling the story, like my Airbnb story, my Airbnb from hell, Florida trip. I don't know what I'm gonna title this, but as you can see from the title down below, you already know what the story time is about. I'm not gonna hold y'all too much longer. Let's get into it. Alright, so as a lot of you know, that my birthday was August 11th. Yeah. And thank you everybody for the birthday wishes, by the way. It means a lot. And thank you for getting me to 1,000 subscribers before my birthday. You guys came through and I love you. Thank you. Alright, but so the weekend of my birthday, okay, for my birthday, I had planned like to do something. I didn't know what. And I couldn't think of anything, and I didn't really have any plans for real. But I originally wanted to do like a birthday photo shoot. I wanted to get my hair done, okay, and I wanted to get my nails done. I had a list of things I wanted to do, right? Just to, you know, not too much, but a list of things I wanted to do. Would you believe me if some of those things didn't happen? Right? Because like I just felt like the way life was life and things were kind of happening last minute, and then like I'm not gonna lie, like when you know you have a big event coming up, or yes, my birthday is a big event to me, but when you know you have something special or a big event coming up, it seems like that date, it's like the date comes quicker than any other day, okay? Like the date, it's like the next day. It happens quicker than any other day, and you're just like, well, dang, like the event just kind of, it's almost like the event kind of pops up on you, but you kind of knew about it. But either way, I wanted to do a photo shoot. Didn't happen because I couldn't find any photographers that I was really like wanted to deal with for real. I know my best friend sent me like this one photography group or collective or whatever in the mall, and I was just like, I was looking through the profile and I just wasn't feeling it. But either way, my birthday weekend, I didn't do anything. I didn't want to, okay? I was like, my birthday weekend, I just want to chill. I want to relax. But I do know that my boyfriend had a birthday trip planned for me. He started planning this back in like June, end of June, beginning of July. So he was already in the motions of planning like a birthday trip for me, which is why I wasn't too like bummed out about like not doing a photo shoot or whatever. Like all that didn't really matter. My big thing was, what was I exactly going to do to celebrate my birthday? So I already knew he was planning a birthday trip. So I was like, well, you know, if I can't do the photo shoot, like let me just make sure I'm ready for the trip, right? Make sure I was crossing all my T's, dotting all my I's, make sure I was together, okay, y'all? So I said, you know, my birthday weekend, I just want to chill. We just went to Six Flags with some friends and just ate, like, it was a vibe. It was just chill. It was just really chill. But I had told him not the weekend of my birthday, but the weekend after my birthday, we could go out of town. He said, okay, cool, no problem. So that weekend comes. I already had my hair done. I did my nails, did my feet, you know, did the whole 9 yards. Got my hair done by my friend. Everything was set. Everything was cool. He's like, you know, the week after my birthday, I was supposed to meet him on a Friday. I did. Okay. I made sure like the day before I packed everything, had a suitcase, you know, was just ready. Didn't know what we were going to do. It's a surprise trip. The only thing he told me was, you have a choice between Florida and Tennessee. I was like, Florida's gonna be hot. And I'm not gonna lie, Tennessee has a lot of bugs, and I'm not a bug person. But I was like, you know, I love the beach. I'm gonna pick Florida. Alright? I'm gonna pick Florida. I don't know what he would have planned to Tennessee, but now I'm kind of curious, like, because it probably would have ended up a lot better than this. Alright? So I was like, I want to go to Florida. I want to go to the beach. He's supposed to be collaborating like this trip with my best friend, but like both of them in communication it's a no-go. It wasn't working. Like, they was trying so hard, it just wasn't working that way. So he ended up doing the trip, like planning the trip by himself or whatever. So I met him on Friday. Like, I went to his house, met him there and everything, right? So we're, you know, he's still running around gathering a few things, making sure he has everything, wallet, keys, like he just made sure he got everything. Okay, he wanted me to meet him, or he was like, you know, maybe you can meet me at the house around 2 or 3. It was like 2 or 3. I didn't get there until about 6. I told him I wouldn't make it till 6 because y'all, so here's the thing, I love the beach, but I don't have any swimsuits, none that fit me properly, right? And it's hard to find swimsuits that fit me properly. I'm a curvy girl, so it's kind of like okay. So y'all, literally 2 to 3 days before the trip, I started ordering swimsuits because I don't know, I just wasn't thinking all the way. I was like, oh, well, I could try to finish my old swimsuits. No, ma'am. No, sir, no, ma'am. What did you think this was? No, you can't. What? No, I could not fit those swimsuits anymore. So I was like, well, dang, like, I'm gonna have to figure something out. So I ended up going on Amazon. I ordered like some swimsuits. I ordered like 2X. Like, it's so hard to find like plus size swimsuits, and it's ridiculous. It's very much ridiculous. But 2 or 3 days before, I ordered 2 swimsuits, but only one of them got to me on time. The reason I couldn't meet him at 2 or 3 on Friday and it ended up being 6 was because I was trying to wait for my last swimsuit to get there. The swimsuit that I had, it was barely fitting, but it fit. I was like, it'll do for the trip. I was waiting for the second swimsuit to get there. Like, the first swimsuit got there the day before. Second swimsuit, it didn't even arrive that day when I ended up leaving. Like, it ended up coming like Sunday, and we were leaving Friday. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna just return it. So let's fast forward. I met him around 6. He's doing his last few little rounds around the house, and we're just like, all right, we're ready to go. We load up the car. Well, he loads up the car. He loads up the car, and we hit the road. We stopped to get something to eat. It says our ETA. I don't know where in Florida we're going, by the way. I just know I'm going to Florida and I'm going to a beach. That's all I know. It says our ETA for Florida is like, let's at what, around 7. Our ETA is like 1:59, 2 in the morning, basically, in their time, right? So I'm like, okay, you know, it's not bad because, you know, of course, like, we made stops or whatever. We're on the road, we're driving. He has all his ducks lined up. He starts out driving, like, and I understand, like, he had a lot to do that day, but, you know, he was still making an effort to drive most of the way. Like, you know, we had to switch at one point, you know, all these little stops, getting gas, hungry, you know, them little stops, they kind of add up. I say it put us like maybe 30 minutes behind, but not that big of a deal because, oh wait, we did hit traffic. So we didn't get there until almost like 3 in the morning. Because we did hit traffic going through downtown Atlanta. You know how that is. You know how that is. It's at a standstill almost. And this is a Friday night, so you know it's real crazy. But, you know, we're like, okay, you know, we're still going to make it. Fast forward, we get to Florida. Or, well, we're getting close to Florida. He wants to switch, so I end up driving for about 2 hours, and then, like, I let him drive the rest because I started getting tired. Okay. He gives me the address to where we're going when it's my turn to drive. He gives me the address. I'm looking at the name of the hotel we're going to be staying in, or Airbnb we're going to be staying in, more so. And I'm just like, bro, you got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. This is no fault of his. He simply forgot. But where we were about to go stay at, we've had problems with them before. Last year, literally. That's another story time, but we had a problem with them last year. This Airbnb place, because it's like, it's Wyndham. It's Wyndham in Panama City, Florida. I found that we were going to Panama City because when he got tired, he had to give me the location for me to know where I'm going. And I knew the hotel, or Airbnb more so, because we stayed there before. And he completely forgot. Like, it was a family trip with my mom's side of the family, and he came along too. We just had problems with them, okay? So I'm just like, okay, I'm trying to be positive mindset. Like, he's like, oh wait, this is the place we had a problem with. I'm like, yeah. But he was like, oh man, like, I forgot. I booked with them 4 or 5 days in advance before the trip. I was like, it's fine. He's like, yes, I mean, it's booked and paid for. He's like, well, maybe if it doesn't turn out right, we could go somewhere else. I said, don't worry about it. Like, I'm trying to be in a positive mindset, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, I know it's going to be mess. Maybe I spoke it into existence, because let me tell y'all the hot mess we experienced, okay? Because, what? Yeah. Alright. I drove my 2 hours. There's like an hour and change left. He drove the rest of the way. I fell asleep in the car, okay? He had made a stop at a gas station and got some, like, boiled peanuts and got me a icy. Still asleep in the car because I was tired, knocked out. Don't know what I did that day, but I was knocked out. Alright, I'm asleep. I do know I kind of woke up slightly and I realized we pulled up into the parking lot of where we're going to be staying. Wyndham. Okay, mind you, this is Wyndham. Okay, the Airbnbs for Wyndham. Yeah, I'm going to keep saying Wyndham because I haven't had a good experience with Wyndham. Okay, and I will be putting the logo of the place right here or right here. It'll be somewhere. Yeah, because I took pictures and all because this was a mess.
And y'all, specifically, I'm calling out Baymont by Wyndham. Baymont by Wyndham.
Pull up to the parking lot. He's like, alright, I'm going to go check us in. Like, he pulls to the front. He don't even park. He's like, I'm going to go check us in because everything's paid for and booked. Everything's booked and paid for 4 or 5 days in advance. I'm asleep. I'm like, alright, you know, he'll be back soon. I'm asleep. 5 minutes pass by. 10 minutes pass by. 15 minutes pass by, 20 minutes pass by, 25. I'm like, hold on. It don't take that long to check into a Airbnb, a hotel Airbnb. You know, it don't take that long to check in. So I'm like, because he booked, like, in my mind, it's kind of like a hotel because it has a lobby, but they're Airbnbs. I really hope that makes sense, and I hope y'all know what I'm talking about. If not, I will insert pictures too. He's still in the lobby, and I'm just like, I'm calling him on the phone because I'm like, hey, I'm looking at the time like, dang, like, it's almost 4 in the morning. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, hey, did you get lost? He's like, no, like, I'm trying to talk to the front desk host because they're saying that the guy, that there's somebody basically already in our room. He's saying that the guy sold our room again. Huh? Come again? I said, I thought you booked the room 4 or 5 days ago. He's like, yeah, I did. And they could see that I did. But it's like he canceled us, kept the money, and sold the room again is what happened. I said, what? Whoa. I said, well, why? He's like, I don't know. The host, she's telling me, like, she doesn't know. The host, she's literally, he's saying she doesn't know. So I'm like, we're about to find out. Because I'm tired. I've had a long day. We've been in this car. I'm tired. Yep. I said, come outside, park this car, and let me go on with you because I need to know what's going on myself. It's one thing to have someone go back and forth with information for you and like be a middleman. No, I need a direct man. I didn't know what's happening. I need to know myself. I need you to be in front of me and tell me what's going on. So he comes outside. He parks the car. He's like, all right, you ready to go? I'm like, yeah, I'm sitting here, my hair all over the place because I'm asleep. I'm like, get myself together. I was like, well, I don't want to look crazy, too crazy. So I walk into the lobby. The lady's on the phone, and she's speaking to a manager. I'm like, can you explain to me, like, what's going on? She's like, you guys did pay and book for the room, but it's showing that the host basically canceled the room and sold it to somebody else. I said, why would you all allow them to cancel our room and sell it to somebody else? I said, and then didn't even give us a refund. She's like, well, it's not through us, it's through Airbnb. I said, well, that's not, at this point, I'm kind of going back and forth with her because it's not making any sense. Well, what? I said, no, I need you to break this down. I said, so what are you telling me? We can't go, we don't have a room. We don't have a room? I'm really just waiting for her to say that because I'm about to be on 10. She's like, you know, I'm trying to speak to my manager because, like, it really doesn't make any sense. It's not, you know, she's saying it's not right. And I'm kind of, like, seeing that she's trying to help. But it's like, it wasn't enough for me. So I'm like, I said, do you have a manager? She's like, I'm actually on the phone with the manager trying to see what I could do. She's like, because we're booked up. Literally, they were booked up. okay? That's why my boyfriend had booked the room in advance, because Florida for some reason stays booked, okay? And they happen to be booked up. So I'm like, well, what do we do? She's like, well, while I'm doing this, you guys can contact Airbnb, and basically they will be like who you talk to, and like to dispute your transaction, your money, the room, the problem, all that, right? Because it's really at this point out of their hands. They just work with Airbnb, that's all. I was like, you guys work with Airbnb, so shouldn't you be able to do it? Really wasn't making any sense to me, but okay. So I told my boyfriend, I said, contact the host and see what's happening, because why would he sell our room twice? You can't do that. That's like selling a car twice. I can't sell a car twice. I cannot sell the same car twice to two different people and take both of their money. That's robbery. No, that's illegal. Be for real. So I'm like, I told my boyfriend, I said, contact the host. He said, I already have. He's saying that he canceled our reservation and sold it to somebody else. I'm like, okay, so is he going to give us back the money? He's saying no, basically.
And you guys, while it is rare that a host will cancel your reservation per the Airbnb website, they are supposed to give you back your full refund. I will post a image of where it says that on the website too.
I said, well, why did he cancel our reservation? He said because our check-in was supposed to be 3. Let me tell you, let's break down check-in. I don't know if you guys have been to a hotel or not, but let's break down the check-in. Check-in with the hotel or Airbnb, doesn't matter. Check-in anywhere. If somebody's telling you, hey, check-in is at 3, that means you cannot check in before 3. It will not happen. You cannot unless a miracle happens. You cannot check in before 3. But it's saying anytime at 3 or after 3, you can check in. Are we on the same page? Let's try that one more time. When something says that your check-in time is 3, you cannot check in before 3, but you can check in anytime after 3. Now I'm thinking, okay, I never really did Airbnb before, but this sounds like some BS. He's saying, oh, because we didn't check in at 3, he can like give our room away. I was like, this sounds like some BS. I said, let me look into this. Let me Google, get on Google, talk to AI, figure out what's going on. I was like, is this a policy with Airbnb? Because that's janky if it is. There's no policy like that. And yes, hosts are able to make their own rules and policies, but there are certain things you can't do. And change a universal policy is what you can't do, okay? So I'm like, oh, he's delusional. I said, cool. You know what? You sold the room. Cool. I'm alright with that. Just give me my money back. His money, but give me my money back, okay? It's his money, but give me my money back. Because now it's personal. I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to stay here no more. I didn't even like this janky place last year when we came. I said, give me my money back. He's like, well, I'm trying to see, like, you know, if he can give me my money back. And he's not really replying. I said, call him. He's like, well, right now I can only text him. I said, call Airbnb. As a matter of fact, let me call Airbnb, because one thing about me, 2 things for sure, I would love to speak to a supervisor, a manager. Give me the store manager, give me the owner's number. I love to write me a good little email too. I'm good with writing a little email. Yes, I'm one of them. Yes. Okay, so I'm like, he acting funny with my money? Say less. Okay. I said, well, contact Airbnb. Look, give me Airbnb's contact number and let's see what's going on. Dear Airbnb, alright, let me talk to y'all real direct. I understand it's cheaper to hire people overseas, but sometimes there is a language barrier and that becomes irritating, okay? Let me tell you something. I'm on the phone with Airbnb. I'm like, hey, you know, they first they gotta verify you. So they're asking the name. I'm giving the name. They're like the number. I'm giving the number. Date of birth comes up. So I keep saying my boyfriend's date of birth. He is not getting it. He's not getting it. And then he's asking me for another step of verification. And I give him the other step of, you know, verifying him outside of the date of birth that he said he could use. But then he goes back and asks me for the date of birth again. I'm like, What was the point of the other verification if I still got to give you the date of birth? What? Language barrier. Alright, cool. So I'm like, anyways, mind you, this is the first person I'm speaking to on Airbnb now. This is the first person. There's multiple people. This is the first person. Speaking to him, I'm telling him the situation. I said, hey, our host sold our room that was already booked and paid for. He's like, well, okay, wait. He's like, so you guys like checked out early or something? I said, no, I never got to check in. That's my problem. I never got to check in. I said, I want my refund. He's like, well, since you checked out early. He's like, since you checked out early, we can only give you half a refund. I said, there's a barrier. Okay, I said, look, I don't know if you can hear me too well. I said, let me speak a little loud. I said, look, I never got to check in. I never got to check into my room. I said, I just got here. My check-in was at 3, so I arrived after 3. He said, right. I said, I never got to check in. He's like, well, it's showing that your reservation was canceled. Yeah, that's why I'm calling you. He's like, did you guys cancel it? No. I said, the host canceled my room and sold it again. So we're doing that dance, right? He's like, oh, okay, I'm going to escalate this issue to a supervisor. I said, okay, cool. Cool, right? Cool. I'm a little heated on the phone, but I'm like, okay, cool. I said, you know, escalating it to a supervisor is cool. I said, but I need my money back. I said, I got to stay somewhere tonight. I said, I need my money back. I said, I need my money back. He's like, okay, well, request a refund and you should get your refund. He's like, but it'll only be half. Okay, I don't think you processed what I said. I don't really think you're getting what I'm saying. I need my full refund back because I never got to stay in that room. I didn't even get to see the room. I don't even know what the room number was. Okay? I said that this is what I'm telling you. He's like, oh, okay. Okay, I escalated it. You're going to have to wait for a supervisor to contact you tomorrow. No. He's like, yeah. And then he really starts acting like he can't understand what I'm saying. I said, oh, you're going to do that? I understand I may have been a little heated, but you understand it was not at you, it was at the situation. But now it's at you because now you want to act like you don't understand me. I said, oh, okay. I said, all right, you know what? Bunk you. I'm going to talk to somebody else. Hang up. I'll call back again. Because I'm one of them. I will keep calling. Don't play with me. I called again. Second person. Process information. Process explain. They said, oh, okay. Well, request a refund and see like how much it's going to give you back. He said, if you request a refund, it should give you back half of your money. I'm not accepting half. I said, look. I don't want half of my money. I need my full refund. But my boyfriend still tries like doing the process of getting like half the money. He's like, well, half is better than none. He's trying to like really remedy the situation, just move past it. That's not the point, honey. That's not the point. That is not the point. It's the principle. It's the principle. You took my money and I never got to stay. No, I need my money, honey. I need my money. I said that's not the principle. So even when he processed, right, he started doing the steps to get like the refund. He paid like $155 for 3 days. Y'all, they said if we did that, we would get back half of the money. $155. Half of 155, can't do the math off the top of my head, but I definitely, it's like what, 75 and 75, 80, somewhere in that range, right? I'm trying to think about the story. I ain't trying to do the math. All right, y'all, why was the refund talking about $44? Not a math whiz, but I know $44 is not half of 155. Be for real. Don't play. I said, oh, he want to be funny. Okay. I said, yeah, y'all said we would get half. I said, love, it's saying $44. I said, that's not even half. That's not even a full day. Be for real. I said, look, forward, transfer me to a manager, supervisor, whatever. I said, I need to speak to somebody above you. This is an issue. I will get a lawyer involved because I was scammed out of a room. At this point, I've been scammed. I'm scammed. I said, I've been scammed out of a room. This is not acceptable. Oh, now they're trying to work with me. Lawyer, now I mentioned lawyer, now they're trying to work with me. Oh, no, okay, I'm going to transfer you to a supervisor, and they'll be able to further help you. I get transferred. He's like, it'll be about 3 to 4 minutes, just hold on. Get transferred to the supervisor. Again, third person I done spoke to now. I got to explain my situation again. He's like, oh, that's what happened. You know what? Give me 30 minutes. Well, he said give me 2 hours. He said give me 2 hours. I'm going to give the host 2 hours to reply to my message before we refund you the money in full. I said, cool. Alright. That's all I wanted. I just want my money. I said, I will give you 2 hours. If I don't hear from you in 2 hours, I will be calling again, and I will be getting a lawyer involved because this is very unacceptable. Okay, right. They're in the process of doing that. Well, guess what? It's about 4 in the morning, a little past 4 in the morning at this point. We got to figure out where to stay. I got another place to put on a chopping block, too. Comfort Inn, I'm coming for you. Hold on. Fast forward. So now we're trying to figure out, while we're waiting this 2 hours, what are we going to do? Well, he's like, my boyfriend's like, well, we could call other places in the area, so like, who has any rooms available, blase, blase. I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, let's do that. We're calling so many different places. When I tell you, this was not a holiday weekend. My birthday is August 11th. 4th of July was a month ago. Labor Day is not until a month later. It's just booked. Everything in the area we were in was booked. So guess what? He booked in that area for a reason, by the way. So that's going to come up later in the story. Alright. Stressed out. Almost. It's past 4 in the morning. Probably almost 5 at this point. We call one place Comfort Inn. Okay? Called Comfort Inn. And y'all, I spoke to somebody on the phone. They said they had a room available. We said, look, great. Mind you, this is out of the area. We said, great, is it okay that we come see the room before we pay for it? We just want to make sure the room is clean. Because we've had some bad experiences with some rooms. Okay? So, on the phone, yes, you can come see the room. No problem. Get in the car, drive 30 minutes out of our way. Get to the Quality Inn, pull up in the little front part, little tunnel part, little front part, foyer area, right? Get out the car, we go inside. I go inside with him. In case there's a problem, I go inside with him. Go to the front desk where the host is. We said, hi, we called about 30 minutes ago. You told us you had a room available. He said yes. Did y'all catch that? How would he already know there's a room available if he ain't looked in the system? He didn't even touch the computer. He told us yes. Yes, like he already know. Like, yeah, we got a room available. Like, yeah, I spoke to you guys. Yeah, okay. I said, okay, cool. You said we could come. Like, my boyfriend said, you said we could see the room before we purchase it. No. What do you, am I being punked? I said, what do you mean? I'm kind of stunned. I'm stunned at this point. I'm like, what you mean now? My boyfriend's like, is there somebody else up here? Like, didn't I speak to you on the phone? He's like, no, it wasn't me. I don't know if it was just a coincidence, but now he's trying to act like his English is broken when he was just speaking perfect English a second ago. And I will be inserting a video of this guy because we're gonna get there. I said, look, because my boyfriend at this point, he's going back and forth with the guy, getting heated. I'm like, look. It's too early for all that. I just want to go to sleep. I said, look, we want to buy the room. We just want to make sure it's clean. If it's not clean, do you have another room available? That's all we're trying to do. I said, look, that's all we're trying to do. He's like, no, you can't view the room. I said, he's like, he's also like, no, you didn't speak to me on the phone. I'm like, I said, well, is there somebody else up here with you? I'm trying to remedy the situation. I'm like, is there somebody else up here with you? Is there somebody in the back? Is there a supervisor we could speak to? A manager maybe? Like, he's like, no, I'm the only person up here, only person up here. I'm like, but we called. He's like, you must have called the wrong place. Okay, maybe. We said, okay, so what's the last 4 digits of the number to this location? He said, well, we have 2 last digits, like 2 numbers. He gave us the last 4 digits of both of those numbers. One of those numbers matched the number in our phone. So I'm like, yeah, this is you right here. This all you right here? Oh. He's like, but you didn't speak to me. Okay, so somebody else got to be here, right? But you was just saying that we did speak to you when we first walked in. Now we didn't speak to you, and now that's not y'all number, and now nobody else is here, and now we're just sitting here looking crazy. And I'm just like, stop. I don't like when people play in my face. I don't like when people play in my face. Okay, no. So we said, look, my boyfriend's like, look, if I call this number and that phone, because there's a phone at the front desk, if that phone rings, that means you're lying. He's like, the phone won't ring. The phone won't ring. Okay. I get my phone, call the number back. His phone rings. His phone's like ringing. I'm like, I said, that's my number on your caller ID right there. It's right there. That's my number right there. That's me. He's like, no, you guys called the wrong place. Y'all, I did not go back in my Google search and Google the hotel and just found that one and call. No. I literally went back to my call log and just hit the same number. Yeah, but now that's not your number, your phone's not ringing, and now we're just looking confused, and this is a multiverse. What? Yeah, because now we're in the multiverse, because you're not going to sit here and tell me your phone isn't ringing. We're literally sitting here watching your phone ring. Delusion. Very much delusional. Very much not very mindful, not very demure. Okay, no. Okay, I'm like, all right. I was like, you know what? F it. Let's go. So me and my boyfriend, we head back to the car. I just looked at my wrist. I got time today. I said, you know what? No. I said, you know, I'm getting the manager's number, because this. Are you for real? This can't be right. So I go back inside. I said, look, can I get the manager's number so I can, you know, call or something like later on? Oh, no, you can't have the manager's number. I said, was there a supervisor on staff? No, there's no supervisor on staff. Basically, he's saying I can't speak to nobody. I said, I ain't never heard that in my years. I was like, oh, now you're trying to play. Because that can't be right. So guess what? I pulled out my phone. I said, started recording. I said, can I have your manager's number, please? So I can call to make a complaint. No, you can't have the manager's number. Let me zoom in on you real quick. Can I have your manager's number so I can make a complaint, please? No, you can't have the manager's number. That's all I needed. I said, see you online, because that can't be right. I was like, I said, cool. I hear my boyfriend was like, that sounds like some bull. Like, he just started going off at this point. I'm like, don't worry about it. I said, let's just go. And mind you, the guy got, before I started recording, trying not to curse, he had an attitude before I started recording. Then he kind of piped down and sat in the corner that you'll see in this video right here. I can't get your manager's number.
So we can't get the manager number. We called ahead to see if we could check the room out, and now you're saying you can't check the room out. We got the proof right here on the phone that we've called ahead to check to see if we could check the room out before we buy it.
No, we cannot see the room at night time.
Well, here's the manager's name. It's fine.
We see.
You don't need to
it's
see
right
it.
here on the plat.
You don't need
it's
to
right
see
there on the plat.
It's right there.
We see.
We got it. You don't need to see it.
Yeah, that's. He sat in the corner, and just started to ignore us, barely talking to. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, oh, okay. So we go back to the car. I'm like, you know what? You find us somewhere. I'm gonna call customer service for Quality Inn or Comfort Inn, Quality Inn. Sorry if I'm saying the name. I will correct myself if I'm saying the wrong name, and I will put the logo and video. Yeah,
It was Comfort Inn.
okay. So I'm just like, no, that can't be right. So I called the customer service number for the chain. Right? When I tell you, I will not be staying at none of their hotels ever again, because this has to be like a last resort thing if I ever do. I called customer service, tell the issue. They said, oh wow, that's unfortunate, we're gonna escalate the issue, put it in as a bad review, bad report, whatever, right, for that hotel. I said, thank you. I said, however, when I went to them and I asked for the manager's number, he said he couldn't give it to me, or he wasn't gonna give it to me, or basically he wasn't trying to help me find who I could speak to, when I could speak to them, blah, blah, blah. All right. they're like, well, you can speak to a supervisor, you can speak to a manager, but they don't have to give you the number because Comfort Inn, let me make sure I'm saying the right place. Okay, yeah, y'all. I believe it was Comfort Inn. Okay, so like I said, I'll correct myself if it wasn't. Yeah, called their customer service, basically no help, talking about, oh, well, yeah, Comfort Inn is part of a chain. It is a chain, but they're individually owned. So basically, they could technically make their own policies. I said, that is bullshit. I said, so if you guys have a problem, what can a person do? Phone went silent. I was like, hello? She was like, well, you could speak to a manager or a supervisor. How can I do that if you won't give me their number or tell me when I can speak to them? Now, the guy did mention about something come back tomorrow, but it didn't really specify. I was like, come back tomorrow for what? Why the fuck would I come back tomorrow? I want to speak to a manager or supervisor. What, are they going to be in tomorrow? Like, what is that? And then on top of that, I'm 30 minutes out of my way. You think I'm going to come all the way back here? Oh, you're delusional. I was like, well, how am I supposed to do that if I can't speak to them at the same time? But it wasn't making any sense, okay? So I'm like, oh, you know, F y'all, whatever. They're like, yeah, but we're going to put this report in, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, whatever, okay? Fast forward. We go back in the car. We're still calling different places. Finally find this, like, it's like a motel or inn. I don't remember which one it was. I know it wasn't Motel 6. It was something though. I can't remember what. But either way, they ended up having a room available. Let me tell y'all a little story behind that, right? So, pulled up to the place because my boyfriend had called or whatever. They said, yeah, we got rooms available. Can we view the room? Yes, you can view the room. So, pulled up there, right? It was about 10 minutes out the way or 10 minutes away from where we were. And my boyfriend goes in. I know he's like taking a little time again. I'm like, I know we're not going through the same process. I call him, I'm like, what's going on? As soon as I'm calling him, he's walking out. And he's smiling. I'm like, what happened? He said, I went inside and the lady was asleep. He said, and I kept trying to, you know, wake her up, but she wasn't waking up. So I had to go around to her desk and I had to tap her, and she woke up all shook. She was like, oh, and she woke up laughing. So I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm just so tired. It's late at night, which it was. It was like 4 or 5. No, it's like 5 at this point, 5 in the morning. And she's like, oh, you know, I'm so sorry. My bad. So they're kicking and laughing, talking. She's like, yeah, I have a room available. It would usually be like, say the room would usually be like $190 or whatever, right? She said, oh, but I can give it to you. I'm gonna take like the $60 extra fee off, and I'm gonna just do like $130 for y'all. These are not the exact prices, but yeah, I'm gonna do $130 for y'all. He's like, oh, thank you so much. Matter of fact, I'm very appreciative of that. We got to see the room, so she gave him the keys to see the room, and so he was like, you know, he's very appreciative of that because like we've had some trouble being down here so far. And he's like, I want to give her a tip, but like the next morning, like when we woke up, because he didn't have cash, like we only had card, so when he woke up, like she was gone. So, but thank you, lady. So we ended up staying there. It was okay. It was definitely better than a lot of places I had been in like before. So stayed the night. We were like, yo, okay, so this was a one-night thing. We got to figure out what we're gonna do for tomorrow because we don't want to stay here another night. So again, like we said, well, we're gonna go ahead and enjoy our day, but while we're out, call some different places. Ended up having breakfast. Breakfast was good, and you guys will see all of this in the vlog. Like where we had breakfast, we did an escape room. Of course I couldn't like record that. Did a haunted house, couldn't record that because like I'm moving and everything, right? You'll see a little clip of the haunted house, just a little clip, because they were like not recording. I was like, oh my gosh. Either way, did the escape room, got out the escape room. Haunted house, I give it a solid 6.5 out of 10. It was good for the simple fact that like it was just like effects and stuff, and like you know, it wasn't real people dressed up like Netherworld and like chasing you and all that, and like yeah, and grabbing you and stuff. Yeah, but I give it a solid 6.5 out of 10. Like, you know, it wasn't bad. I like the little motion effects, the little shaking and stuff. It was cool. So after we finished that, we're calling around. I find this place. Shout out to y'all. I don't really expect less from Hilton though. So called this place called True by Hilton in Panama City, Florida, and they were like, yeah, we got rooms available, whatever, you know, you guys can view the room too, just come by. It ended up being like 15 minutes from like the haunted house we were at, or like, you know, the little game place, right? Went over there, we're like, hey, you guys said we could view the room. They're like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay. You know, I had to look at y'all a little side eye, because y'all been acting kind of funny up here. They're like, what? Like, we're explaining to them, like, yeah, we've had a rough time up here. Like, it's been a mess. It's supposed to be like birthday weekend. Blah, blah, blah. Right. And they're like, oh, well, you know, we're just going back and forth. So, we ended up seeing the room. Very nice. They're saying like they just opened up a month ago. Very nice. Very demure. Very lovely. Okay, so we're just like, okay, we like this. This is nice. We want to go ahead and book a room. Well, we're like, online it says it was cheaper. Like, you know, could we do that online and get a cheaper price? She's like, oh yeah, sure. But she did tell us afterwards, like, you know, they do price matches, so like it wouldn't have been a problem whether I did it online or through them. I ended up joining their program too, because I was like, oh, I'm a Team Hilton member. Okay, yeah. So I was like, yeah, this was real nice. That was, when I tell y'all that, just it did help uplift the trip, because like the room was really nice, and like I said, y'all see that in the vlog. But what happened was, my boyfriend had a whole itinerary planned out for us, but when we were at the first place we stayed before we found the Hilton, he ended up having to cancel our jet ski reservations and parasailing reservations. Let me explain why. So he had other things we were able to do too, though, like, because like everything was like kind of like on a strict time schedule. He had a lot planned, but in a nutshell, Saturday we were supposed to do jet skis, but we couldn't because like it was on the side we were supposed to be on, and the side we were supposed to be on, it put us like an hour from where the jet skis were. Why he didn't book in that area, I don't know. He's trying. Okay, he tried. He tried. The fact that he didn't just plan a trip but made an itinerary with it, I'm very proud. I'm very impressed. I'm like, oh no, he tried. He really did. You know, he's not very good with, you know, some people are just not that great with planning. He's good with it, but just like when it comes to stuff like this, kind of like he does well, don't get me wrong, but it's like there can be some things that are just like but this time I can definitely say he crossed his T's and, you know, dotted all his I's, because it just, where were we supposed to be? It would have put us closer to like where the jet skis and parasail, all that would have been. So Saturday we were supposed to do jet skis, couldn't do it because we had reservations at a restaurant he made. Like, he made reservations at a restaurant, and Firefly was amazing. I loved it. And like the only thing I didn't love was like I was looking crazy because like, I didn't know where it was gonna go for real. And it's like, he said dress up, but like y'all, like I had a little bummer there because, well, not there, but like I had ended up cutting my lace too much and I couldn't pull it down no more, so I had to have like a little no, this was before then. But either way, like, you know, it ended up being really nice. It was very, very, very nice. Really nice. And Sunday we were supposed to do the parasailing, but we couldn't do the parasailing because, again, it was an hour and a half away. And I was like, you know, honestly, we could really just replan all this. That way it's much smoother. And, like, you know, we'll make sure, like, we're in the closer area. But I do know we weren't too far if we would have stayed in the area we were supposed to. It would have been, like, 45 minutes, an hour, which isn't that bad. But, like, we're just like, you know what? We're just planning again next time. I just want to relax for the rest of the trip and go to the beach because, yeah, we could have still drove, but like it was me personally. I just want to relax. I just want to chill. I just want to sit on the beach. I just want to chill. Okay, I just want to chill. Like, even like Saturday we didn't get to go to the beach because like of the reservations and we didn't want to be rushing, so we just went to the hotel pool, chilled there, took a shower, got ready for the reservations. Sunday chilled at the beach, and we didn't leave till Monday. So that's pretty much my Airbnb experience from hell, birthday trip from hell, whatever I titled this video. Okay, and hopefully I don't have to record this again. Hopefully it came out clear because, y'all, I got that viral TikTok light. It's doing a thing, okay? It's doing a thing. But that's all I have for y'all today. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe to the video. Hit that post notifications bell down below so you're notified whenever I post. Leave what you would have done in this situation. Leave your experiences down below. and follow me on all my socials. And guys, don't forget to shop my store, Utopian Souls on Mercari. I have an Etsy shop coming soon. And yeah, follow me on all my socials for real, because like if I'm not here, I'm over there, and you guys do get updates. So yeah, I can't wait to see y'all in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.